it becomes a problem when wherever that easiness is for that other person may not be easy for the other person. So you got girls out here being pick-me's. You have girls out here doing the most, whatever, to get him in his easiness, right? But it's easy for him. He loves it, but it's not easy for you. That's why it's a drama. That's why it creates drama. When it gets to a point where at both parties it's easy and there's a flow, that's when it's genuine. That's when it's like genuine love. That's when it's like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes some people's so-called easy, it's not realistic. You have to find someone that's okay with doing that. You know what I'm saying? And some people aren't like, okay with just being led on to foolishness. Who's gonna, you know what I'm saying? You gotta find someone that's okay with that. But a lot of times you're not being real with yourself, the guys, and they're trying to go for people that aren't gonna be okay with that.
They want you to get on their program. And a lot of people will get on your program if they don't have a program for themselves.
Yeah, and they might, and you can't get mad if they change their mind, because we all change our minds.
Yes.
And we be like, you know what, this program isn't working for me. I think I can benefit more from something else.
Yeah, this is why most women start initiating for divorce. Like, you know what, I want to get off this program now and
this program
get on my own.
As good for me.
It's not.
Actually, you want a different one.
It's not beneficial. I'm actually like doing more unnecessary labor than I have to. And when a relationship has that much labor, that much exhaustion out of you, it's stressful, I think you should just head out. Like, you should really head out, because relationships should not be, I'm just such a big stickler on it. Relationships should not be hard. And I refuse to do any hard labor with, especially when it comes to romance.
Well, it's supposed to be love, right? And easy and flow. It's supposed to be an addition, and it's supposed to be a value in your life on both parties, right? It's supposed to be a value. So I don't, that to me is just like, it's just, it's what it is. There's no argument. There's no arguing about it.
Yeah. This is two adults, consenting adults, knowing how to communicate effectively, knowing themselves. That's where it has to be. Like, you have to know yourself and know what you won't do and what you will do, what you won't tolerate, what you won't tolerate, what you will tolerate. It's a game changer. I think that's the true cheat code to life, is just knowing yourself.
Yeah.
You can get along with so many people.
Some people don't know themselves, and some people target people who they know don't know themselves. So a lot of times when these tests or whatever, some people try to test you to see if you know yourself yet.
What are you talking? That's a bar, because that's where manipulation comes in.
And they want to hurry up and take advantage of you not knowing, or the time that you don't know yourself, and hope that you don't ever know yourself.
This is where you will get love bomb. Yeah. Because you like, she that easy. All I had to do was, give her a little bit of attention, a little bit of razzle dazzle, show her some attention for weeks on end, and now you all infatuated. That's not love. That's infatuation.
It's just infatuation. It's just a fleeting thing. I keep telling y'all, love is something where it's so hard to meet because it's already here.
It's already inside of you.
That's why it's so hard to meet.
It's already inside of you.
Once we realize that, whatever seems so hard
to even
is actually
articulate,
let go. It's actually means to let go. So whenever you get, because polarity exists, right? Everybody knows duality, polarity, right? Whenever you are at the extreme of something, that means it's the opposite thing. So for example, some spiritual ass shit.
Come on, talk to us, baby.
The polarity of rich and poor, right, is when you're really, really, really poor, right? Yes, it feels horrible. Yes, you hate your circumstance. But because you're very connected to the other extreme now, it's all about letting go. So it's all about, okay, I'm poor and poor and poor. Oh, why is this here? Why is this here? Why can't I get it right? Oh, I have nothing to lose.
So I can gain everything now.
So if you work from that vibration of, just let go. Just nothing to lose. It's just so hard because we've created a society where you get stuck in a survival. You know what I'm saying? So you feel like
a rat
it's
race.
hard to let go. A rat race, right? So you have to kind of, and then in our time and space of 3D, everything seems so like linear and okay, I have to take a step here, I have to take a step here, I got to take a step every day, right? But once you realize things are a cycle and everything is just a now to the next moment of now to the next moment of now, you know that in every moment you can recreate yourself, right? So when you're in that space, you have to completely let go and completely feel so rich because you have nothing to lose. You know what I'm saying? You know what they say, like, when you have a lot of money, but if you have a lot of problems and expenses, you're in a rat race too.
Yeah, more money, more problems. That's where that came in.
You can be
more
poor
money, more
and have money and be rich because you have a lot of expenses.
Yes, you're still, living paycheck to
So when
paycheck.
you're poor, be grateful that, like, okay, I've hit rock bottom. I filed for bankruptcy.
This can be starting at zero.
It's like a rebirth.
So a whole reset.
So it's like, wow, it's so amazing that I can actually get to this bottom point. So you let go, right? I don't know what I was saying this for, though. I was connecting this to relationships. How was I connecting that to relationships?
Girl, but it's
love.
Yes, no.
Wanting love so bad. Where is that? We looking for it. Where's the love?
Where's the love? You know how desperate that be sounding?
I need him to be this. I need him to have this. I need him to give me this. I need him to do this. I need him to be this. Look like this. Do this. Feel like this. Control.
All that list.
Where your
that
location.
Whole list.
Send me the location where you're
at.
Oh,
hell no.
It's just like, you need to have control. He needs to be physically pleasing. He needs to be romantic. He needs to be financial. He needs to be, it's like,
honey, child, be that list for yourself. You be that list. How about that?
Right.
You want that person to be that list.
Feel that list. Feel like you already have that. You know what I'm saying?
Girl, when people be like, I just want my best friend. Like, I want somebody to be exactly like me. I be like, just look in the mirror then, babe. Like, just look in the mirror because everybody is really your mirror. Yeah. And they're just mirroring back to you how much love you do or you don't got.
And honestly, you have to mix that up with boundaries. Let me say this again. Because a guy would still approach you, and this could be your so-called test in life, your universal opposition test, right? That's why we'll attract the same, and we will attract opposites too. So you still have to have your bubble. So even though you have all this love and all this, your cup is overfilled, other people are going to want that. You'll start attracting people into your life that actually show up as the opposite of what you're now being, right? Because your cup is full, so you have empty cups trying to get some of your cup, trying to get some of the water that's overflowing, right? And this is a test for you to like, okay, you're still gonna stay and maintain the vibration. You're just gonna put like, well, you have to be coming with value too, also.
Restrictions.
Because you're gonna try to leech off of it, like, okay, you have it, so I don't gotta worry about giving it to you. You already have enough. Who said this was enough? I'm abundant. I am God. Yeah, like I'm a goddess. I'm universal. Yes. I'm abundant. There's always more to have, right? So you push away the ones that are looking as feeders to try to take some in survival.
Yes.
And then it makes you think like, what is it about me that got the wonderful opportunity to attract an opposition to me, to let me see what I don't want?
Yes, that's a good lesson.
When you get to that point, that's when you start attracting what's for you. I really feel like we attract our opposite first to see if we have that last layer of boundary now that we are at our vibration. Yes. I think that's what happens to me with everything. Every blessings that I have when I booked a really dope role, it's like I was in the vibration already, and then there was something that it's like it, but I let go at that point, right? And I had the boundary up, and I kept my bubble, right? And I made peace with not getting something, right?
Making peace with something.
I didn't even care. I was like, okay, I didn't get it, but it was such a great experience. Oh my gosh.
That's that unbothered attitude.
I was actually happy. I was like, oh, I didn't get it. Okay. That means there must be something closer for me that is for me.
The door is opening. If one door closed, another one is bound to open.
And you have to look at life like that. And I'm not manipulating people into looking at life like that, but you have to truly believe it's like that. Because if you're still living and breathing, and the days continue, then that has to mean the story isn't done. The book isn't finished. If the movie isn't done, we're still watching, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God, there's so many things going on, but you're still watching. Like, okay, so now how's she gonna do it now?
The climax is here, baby.
You're like, okay, how's she gonna do it now? Look at it as like drama. Go in your mirror, laugh,
Yeah.
be excited, right, and laugh about it.
Laugh at yourself. Stop taking yourself and things so seriously. And I love that you said you will be sent that lesson of parasites coming your way, energy vampires coming your way, to see if you have restrictions on yourself.
It's a beautiful opportunity.
A beautiful opportunity to show you and see if you really about that life like you talking about.
Actually, be grateful. Actually, like you should actually like look at it like, I'm so excited that you came because I can point you out. Before, I probably couldn't point you out.
Yep, I can see right through you.
Yeah, like I can actually point to you and separate you from what it is I want. So look at it like be thankful for that.
Yes.
Oh, great. Universe brought this to me to show me what I don't want and to put it to the side. And I was able to pick up on it right away, like 007, like, you know, when they pick up on a target and they just...
And you could be like, oh, you poor thing.
I know what you're doing.
For you. Like, I really, you know, I feel bad for you. And I have compassion for you. But now you can limit access. And they will end up just eliminating themselves.
Yeah.
They will fall off.
Which is love.
That's love.
Look at it like love.
That's love, because I think what real love is, it's like you want the best for somebody even if you're not with them.
Yeah, it's true. I think that trying to put them in control and then trying to bring them down, dim their light, as you were to say, that's not actually love. That's you trying to benefit off of them as much as you can, even if you have to make them a lesser person in your movie.
And that's the thing, because we all living this movie, right? And most people are choosing different genres here. I choose comedy, and I know most people want this romantic film, right?
I do dramedy.
No, that's because you know you gotta do it for the plot sometimes. You know, dramedy, you gotta do it for the plot.
Not that I like drama, but drama has a lot of seriousness in it, so it's a lot of like deep seriousness, intense moments. I love, you know, passion. But then we laughing.
Yes, yes. The dark humor is my favorite. Like, you know, only some people can pick up on the dark humor. So when people have this idea as their life as a romantic film, right? So they forget that they are the main character, and they're looking for somebody else to fit that role as them being the main character in their life.
That's true.
And then that's when you realize, hold on, wait a minute, you dimming my light, or you outshining me, or
a lot of men don't do that though. That's the funny thing. Men know how to contain their main characterness.
Oh, all the time, because they're like, I'm looking for a wife, which is gonna be the second, the extra in my movie type shit. Like they're looking for their plus one. They know that they are the main character because we have been sold a Disney movie, and we're looking for that man to be the main character in our life, so we can play secondary. So we can play secondary, and we can play secretary, and we can play the maid, the mama, all these roles for this man, so he can live his best life, because all he got to do is provide and protect.
Honestly, I feel like everybody should be the main character of their movie.
Talk about
it. You can be the main character of your movie as long as it goes into the confinement and the compartmentalization of me being a main character in my movie. That's the only way it works to me.
And we all have our own
As long as the
movies.
wife is being truly happy and being whatever she is, as long as the benefit works for her, then I don't see the problem. Like, I personally don't see the problem. It's when that marriage or whatever is put into a situation where he made sure he's the main character, but she feels
now
like
she feels resentment.
Not, she doesn't feel like she's benefiting from it the way she deserves to be. Or she feels like there's like something that's off about it.
Yeah, because this is when the resentment comes in, because you're making being a wife your identity, though. Like, you're making this man your identity. When you have to remember, ladies, you have your own movie going on. You have your own life going on. Yeah. But you're too busy want to live in his shadow. or be his babysitter or be his supervisor, sis. Find a hobby.
I think people should find their validate themselves first, because it starts. The reason why a lot of people don't want to deal with relationships or feel like it's too much to do or it's hard, is because we're trying to fit people in a situation where you cannot fulfill a person. You're getting this, you're getting that, and it's still not enough. Because what you're looking for is validation.
Yes.
So once you have love and validation, relationships are so easy. I be like, I'm so easygoing and reasonable. I'm just like, as long as you fit my what it is that I'm, you know what I'm saying? And it's not like, I have to feel like you need to make, like, no. I can do that for myself.
Yes.
I just need to make sure that you come with an addition of value based on what it is in my list of what it is. You know what I'm saying? And it's really not. It's things that like you should already know.
It's already should be in you. Like it's in you, not on you. This is a character trait. Like, and at the end of the day, you're going to attract like-minded people when you are healing and you are in your peaceful era. Like you're not looking, but you're easygoing yourself. So that's what you're gonna attract. I feel like
to know who you are.
That's
and
the
you have to
game
go
changer.
You gotta go deeper. Once you know who you are, there's still more to know about who you are. Because there's women that are great. There's women that are very independent that have this and still don't know who they are.
And that's the problem.
Because it has to go spiritual now.
Yes.
Where a lot of women that are very independent are femininely connected with themselves. That's a spiritual thing. So that's what I'm saying. You have to also go spiritual.
Yeah.
Once you've gotten to the point where, okay, I have this, I have that, I can take care of myself. Okay. You could still be lost. You could still not know yourself.
Yep.
Because what is it normally where a lot of independent women that have a lot of things and can take care of themselves, what do they feel like they're lacking? And usually, who is it that they try to go for? Men that tell them that they're beautiful, that their eyes are blue, and they oh my gosh, you make my heart. You should already know that.
Yeah. And you have to know that you're interesting. Like that be the thing, man. Like when you don't know that you're interesting and you're an interesting person, you're looking for other people to entertain you. You're looking for other people to like put on a show, dance, monkey dance. Like you have to know you're interesting. And this is when you do that deep diving. You do that self-work and that self-reflecting. Self-work is not for the weak. And I understand why people run from it. Like I understand why people run from being single and being alone, because it will require a lot of introspection. This is when you can't blame other people. Like, you did this to me. You cheated on me. You hurt me. Now you're taking true accountability for yourself.
Nobody does anything to you. People just project what they either want or what they're lacking or who they are. It has nothing to do with you.
All the projection. That was a bar.
How you get triggered by it or how you feel from it is just a projection of yourself.
Yes.
So everyone is like,
it's like, ooh, why does that sting like that? Yeah. That's what you gotta really check yourself. You gotta check yourself instead of trying to check the other person.
People are putting something out based on how they want to view something, right? Nothing to do with you yet. It doesn't define you. And then from whatever that projection is, you're taking that in. You're feeling a way about that based on how you feel about yourself in the world around you.
Yes.
Right? So, for example, people will be like, oh, he's such a horrible person, or, oh, he's such a narcissist. Okay. So if, let's say he's acting out those traits, right? Mm-hmm. But you, because of how you view stuff, you're like, you don't get triggered by things, right?
Yeah.
So the narcissist or the bad person is doing these things, and it's just bouncing off of you spiritually.
Yes.
Emotionally bouncing off of you. You're like, I don't even see that. I'm just going to be a nice person because who I am.
It's in me.
Plus, I'm in a bubble because I have boundaries. Like boundaries actually come because you know yourself.
Yes.
So somebody's like, oh, you didn't do this because you don't love. I'm like, what do you mean? I show love all the time. What are you talking about?
Yes. I am love. I am love. What do you mean?
You can't try to change me to know who I am about myself. You know what I'm saying?
Because you can't see it.
Right. And you could come from love and be like, oh, you silly self.
It's like, you can just genuinely ask, what would you like me to do differently?
Yeah.
You know, just hear him out. That's what patience of love is. Like, so being patient.
Already like that, to you, that's probably not even a narcissist. Because to you, it's like, oh, he's just a silly person that creates things in his head.
A whole scenario.
Because I already know that's not.
That's false. Because people will try to gaslight you if you don't know yourself.
There's some people who don't even think that that's a bad person. But that might be a bad person in your movie.
Yep.
That's the villain in your movie.
The whole villain. But it's
someone else's movie. That's like an extra. It's like, oh, I didn't even. They were just crossing the street. To you, he was the villain and he was horrible. And it's
like, why are we giving these people so much power?
Giving them power.
But you're giving them so much power is because you're taking everything personally. This whole existence.
Nothing personally.
Nothing. Anything personally. You have to let things roll off the shoulders, baby. Like, should not let things or people and their behavior and their actions trigger you.
And don't look at it like it's hard. Change your perspective. Your mind, your mental and your mind will get you out of anything.
Yes.
There are times when I didn't even perceive myself as strong, yet I was strong.
Yes.
But without realizing it. Like, you know, like, it's almost like connect with your inner child self that things just bounce off of you.
Yes.
But you have the higher mind understanding as an adult.
Yes.
Right? To direct yourself, because somebody hits you, you're not going to cry like a child, right?
Yeah.
But you have that fiercelessness of like, what? Like, the world is my oyster.
Yes.
I don't take it personal because I put myself in situations. I know what I'm doing. You know, like, oh, it's because I wanted to go do that. Yes. Oh, I stuck in that relationship. It's because I wanted to. Okay.
I wanted to learn.
It didn't pan out the way I wanted to. Okay, that means I've learned now to know what I don't want to make something else pan out better.
Like a shake. Yes.
And it's just simple. It's all an experience.
Ooh, I feel like it's like once you wake up as knowing that you are a conscious adult, that you have free will, you realize like the opportunities are endless. But I really strongly believe, Kay, like most people are operating still as a toddler. Like we have these adult bodies, but still have a mind of a child and a toddler and needing the validation, needing approval, needing a babysitter, like needing a parent to tell them what to do. That's why most women especially are looking for a leader. Like they don't want to wake up and realize, oh snap, I'm an adult. I can lead myself to the promised land.
Yeah. I think it's just conditioning, and we've been conditioned to look at something outside of us, or we've been religion or whatever it is been telling us there's a savior coming out from the external to save us.
Damn, nobody is coming to save us. Like, when did you hit that realization and realize like no one is coming to save me?
I feel like when I connected to my passions and just trusting in the unknown, and like the more that I embraced fear and transformed it into kind of what I want it to be, I kind of experienced God as opposed to like waiting for God, you know?
You were in a dance with God. You were in the flow state.
When you're in that flow state, it's like the more, that's why like there's beauty in so many different places, even in places where you don't think that there is. The more that things cave into you is actually a beautiful time, and you should be very excited because that means that it's a time for everything around you to get your perspective. It's kind of like we're the audience. We're waiting for you to just say whatever it is. It's almost like we're the genie, make a wish. You know what I'm saying?
A wish is my command.
It's like, it's kind of like an audience closing in on you.
Yeah.
Right? Because the world and life, it's like contracting and expanding, contracting. Or like the stock market where it goes up and then it comes down, it makes a dip and it goes back up. But it's a trend that's always going up at the end of the day, right? So all of these things are synchronicities that you should look at it like, oh, okay, this is a dip in it now. And whenever there's a dip, if you know finance, you're supposed to buy into the dip. If you believe in yourself, if you believe into that stock over time, which everyone should believe in themselves over time.
You are the stock.
When there's a dip is when you actually need to get all your resources, even if you don't have resources, your time, your energy. It could be exploring what it is that makes you feel free, makes you feel disconnected but connected, which really means detached but connected, right? You might not be connected to everybody else, right? But you're connected to yourself. And when you connect to your passions and yourself, you will connect to everyone else.
Yes. That's when I'm like, once you get along with yourself, you can get along with other people, right? Like, everybody's not hard to deal with. Everybody's not out to get you. Everybody's not manipulating you. Once you know yourself.
Once you start thinking that people are out to get you, people are gonna. It's almost like you're gonna get the energy of people trying to get to you.
Yeah, and now you're looking at everybody sideways and thinking that this is all a transaction, or what do you want from me? You can't just be doing something nice for me.
Here's the thing: the story. This is so funny because what we're talking about is literally in the Bible. Like, and I'm not even religious, but a lot of things that I say, I realize that the Bible kind of correlates with it.
Yeah.
When they say Jesus didn't everything that they were trying to inflict on Jesus, it almost bounced off of him because of his belief system and what he truly believed himself to be. So if you could, and then he just leads by example.
Yeah.
So you literally can, if I created a belief system about myself, right? And I believe nobody's taking advantage of me unless I let it happen. You take back your power.
You let it happen.
And even if, say you're with somebody and they're attracting people that's taking advantage of them, you will come into their space for some weird reason. That person didn't take advantage of that person.
No.
So what is it? Is it that person is taking advantage of people, or that person is believing people are taking advantage of them? So then they take advantage.
Yes.
Because I stepped in and nobody took advantage of me.
Yeah.
So, it's like, what is it? The chicken or the egg came first? Which one came first?
Ooh.
You know?
And that's when you have to, realize your power and stop handing it over. I love that you mentioned Jesus, because the Christian folks be forgetting that Jesus was single and child free, Yes, I just want to tell these folks real quick about Jesus, because y'all be forgetting, especially the Christian folks, be forgetting that Jesus was child-free and single, okay? And celibate now. And I know we just so fleshly and we get it all confused because they can only mention and bring up, be fruitful and multiply. Absolutely. But Jesus was fruitful in so many other ways. So many other ways.
So like a preacher.
That didn't require procreation. And I just want y'all to understand that nugget, okay? Amen. I just had to take on the track real quick.